To set up a do-or-die game next week with the Philadelphia Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys had to execute perfectly on the ultimate do-or-die play of their season. Tony Romo threw a touchdown pass to DeMarco Murray from 10 yards on 4th and goal with just over a minute left in the fourth quarter as the Dallas Cowboys eked out a 24-23 victory over the Washington Redskins here from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Now, this win for the Cowboys ensures that next week's game in Arlington with the Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles will be for the NFC East division title, regardless of what happens in tonight's game between the Eagles and the Chicago Bears at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. And after last week's disappointing, heartbreaking loss to the Green Bay Packers last week, where they let a 23-point halftime lead slip away, it was happening again to the Dallas Cowboys, up 14-6 at halftime. They let the Redskins score 17 unanswered points in the second half. Washington took a 23-14 lead, but the Cowboys did stage a comeback, capped off on the last drive of the ball game for the Dallas Cowboys. 9 plays, 87 yards, capped off by that 4th and goal touchdown pass, Tony Romo to DeMarco Murray from 10 yards out. On that drive, a very important play, Tony Romo keeping the play alive as the play started in Dallas Cowboy territory, a 51-yard pass completion to Terrance Williams to put the Cowboys in business. And after the game, I talked with Terrance Williams and I asked him to compare last week's mood in the locker room after that crushing defeat to the Green Bay Packers to the mood in the locker room today as the Cowboys with a huge win over the Redskins.
Well, I mean, last week we knew we let one slip away, and so it kind of hurt the first few minutes. But Coach told us we got to just let it go. What happened happened, and so we had to come in the next morning, correct our mistakes, and look forward to the Washington Redskins. And I feel like we had a good week of practice this week, and Coach did a good job of not letting us letting last week affect us this week, and so we came out mentally tough, and we pulled through with this win.
And in the fourth quarter, you had a huge 51-yard catch on that last drive where you guys took the lead on that touchdown pass to DeMarco Murray. What happened on that play? It looked like a defender slipped. You got free. Tony Romo kept the play alive. So take us through that play.
I mean, I just ran around Tony told me to do before in the huddle, and he do a great job of extending play. And so once I saw him rolling out, I mean, scramble rules popped up in my mind, and so I was just trying to present a throw to him because, I mean, I knew he was in a desperate situation. So I turned up, the corner slipped, and Tony threw the ball, and the whole key was just focusing on the ball and not trying to do nothing dumb, but just get what I can get and then get out.
You guys were up 14-6 at halftime. Washington scored 17 unanswered points, took the lead by a couple of possessions, 23-14. Did it enter your mind or anybody's minds in the locker room that here we go again?
Nah. Coach and the players on the sideline, they did a great job of just taking it one play at a time and just looking forward and not worrying about what happened. And the main goal was just do our job and do it to the best of our ability, but also playing, giving it our all. And so I feel like once we got the ball back, the huddle was a great huddle to be in because everybody was encouraging everybody, and it's just one of those things that you just didn't want to let the guy down. And so we did a great job just running our plays.
In that last drive, 2nd down from the 1, can't get in. 3rd down from the 1, DeMarco Murray loses 9 yards. Now it's 4th down and goal from the 10-yard line. Did you have the extreme confidence that you guys would get it into the end zone and keep the season alive?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that we never count Tony playmaking ability out, and it's one of those things. I mean, if you see him rolling out, I mean, you got to find your best to find a throw, and I think DeMarco did a great job in his route, and once he saw Tony rolling, he gave him a great throw. And I mean, it's just players just making plays, and I just feel like if you give Tony a slight chance of throwing the ball, he's going to put it there.
At this time last season, you were getting ready to play UCLA in San Diego. Now, 1 week from now, you will get ready to play the Philadelphia Eagles, winner take all. No pressure, right?
No, I mean
a little bit.
Well, like the sound of it going into it, yeah. It sounds like, I mean, like we're in for a tough challenge. I mean, because they're gonna be ready to play too next week. But the key is that I feel like what's going to separate us is just paying attention to what's going on forward, correct our mistakes from this game, and just coming out of quarters and a half with the same momentum that we started with the game. And I feel like that the moment we get rolling and keep giving the defense more points, that will get them confidence so we can go out there and just run plays.
So Terrance Williams and the rest of the Cowboys excited for next week's do-or-die battle with the Philadelphia Eagles next week. For the Washington Redskins, 3-12 on the year. They end their home portion of the season at 2-6, and very disappointing because they ruined a couple of really good personal performances in this ball game by players on the Washington Redskins. Pierre Garçon, 11 catches, 144 yards in the ball game. Garçon moving past Art Monk, the single-season leader all-time for the Washington Redskins in receptions. And London Fletcher, the 16-year veteran, his final home game here at FedEx Field, the 16-year pro, playing his final game here. He will be retiring after next week's game against the New York Giants in New Jersey. So the Redskins not able to send off London Fletcher, at least at home, with a victory. So Washington 3-12 on the year. They're still in contention for the #1 overall pick in next year's NFL draft. But, of course, as you know, because of the trade they engineered before last year's draft to get Robert Griffin III, Washington's first-round pick for 2014 belongs to the St. Louis Rams. No matter if the Redskins do get the #1 overall pick by standing, it's the Rams pick. So it's been that type of season for the Washington Redskins. For the Dallas Cowboys, their season comes down to one game against the Philadelphia Eagles next week. So stay tuned to a lot of sportstalk.com. We will have the written recap of this game. We'll also have in the next couple of days the Tuesday 10 spot. That's back with you as we get ready for the games in Week 17 leading up to the playoffs. And we'll also have an interview this week with Buffalo Bills rookie linebacker Kiko Alonso, the leading candidate for the National Football League's Defensive Rookie of the Year. So once again, the Dallas Cowboys, a dramatic and exciting victory over the Washington Redskins, and it was needed. 24-23 Dallas over Washington. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, my name is Zadashina Koike for a lot of sportstalk.com.